Okay, now, Chapter 5. We're gonna read that now. I'm on fire today with these updates. Chapter 5 of Nightmare in Paradise by Whole Effing Show. And this chapter is entitled Coming into Contact with the Common Cunt. Or as I like to call it, the Kikwitikuka. Kikwitikuka. The chapter. Whatever. Let's go. Just as soon as Damien, Kid, and Tate had fled the scene, they were pulled back to reality just as quickly. Well, actually, wrangled back to reality with Applejack's random rope that she seems to pull out in the most needable experiences. Applejack lassoed the three adolescents and tied them to a tree. To rape them, of course. While they squirmed with all of their might, no amount of steroids could break a rope handled by Applejack. Sorry to be so rough with you, whatever the hell you are. I thought they were mutant jumping graham crackers. What happened to that? Okay, I guess it's over, yelled Applejack. I need to get you in position. Position? Said Kit, obviously terrified. He didn't know what these ponies were capable of. Yes, replied Twilight. We have some questions to ask you. Every pony else nodded. I'll start, said Pinky, with a serious expression, but quickly turned into a big smile. Would you like some cupcakes? Cupcakes, said Kit, confused like a 10-year-old should be. Pinky nodded. You mean you don't want to eat us? Said Damien, shivering. At this, Pinky hung her head as she started to think about the nightmare, a nightmare which she will not talk about. I thought I was over that, thought Pinky. One does not simply get over cupcakes. It's just not happening. If you didn't know, ponies don't eat meat. We are herbivores, Twilight said with a smirk. You're a nerd is what you are, replied Tate. Twilight scowled at this. Uh-oh. Somebody go die! Shut up, dude, screamed Damien, somehow elbowing Tate the slightest bit. They'll eat us! We aren't going to eat you, said Rainbow Dash. We just want to know. Who made that noise? You mean the really loud noise? Asked Kit. Every pony nodded. Our dad and his friends. Can you please take us to your father? What a horrible father he must be, said Rarity with a scoff. Letting you run off like some wild animals. I'll have to give him a piece of my mind. Rarity stomped her hooves in disgust. With this, the three boys got an evil grin on their face. Before you do that, said Damien, now it's our turn to ask you some questions. Applejack glared at the boys. They're good, she thought. What do you need to know? She asked. Where are we? And how are you talking to us? Asked the confused Tate. Every pony looked at the boy with the same look he had. What do you mean? Asked Twilight. Have you never seen talking ponies before? All the boys shook their heads no. Every pony gasped. Just where are you guys from? Yes, said Rarity. There certainly isn't anything that looks like you three here in Ponyville. That information is top secret, said Kit with a grin. His brothers chuckled. We don't trust you ponies. Yeah, said Tate. Especially talking ponies. Well, explained Twilight, we are able to talk because Yes! Spike snickered. Good explanation, Lufisto, he said. Twilight just glared at him. I have no idea who Lufisto is. It's just a name I came up with. Shut up. Well, okay, said Damien. We'll take you to the scene of the noise. With that, Applejack untangled the rope, and the three boys were free. Lots of frees. And if y'all even think about running away, I'll have to ride you like a bull. That's what she said, and she really did say that, so it makes sense, said Applejack. The boys cringed. They still didn't trust these ponies, especially the pink one. They didn't want any frickin' cupcakes. Follow us, said Tate, and with that, the main six, the main dragon, and the main morons were off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of... wrong type of entertainment entirely. Meanwhile, Pyro Z was now closer to town than before. Behind his current observatory, a.k.a. a bush, he spotted Freddy's children, 6 ponies, and 1 baby dragon walking in the distance. What in the Computer! Pyro Z quietly yelled. Now he sounds like a nerd. I don't know what voice to say. I don't know his voice. Then all of a sudden, a medium-sized computer unwinded at Pyro Z's command. The computer could tell Pyro Z about anything and everything, even about different towns lying in the heart of different dimensions. Yes, Emperor, asked the robotic voice. How may I assist you? Where am I? Yelled Pyro Z, not believing what he had just seen. Calculating, said the computer loading data. You are in a town known as Ponyville, which resides in the continent of Equestria. Excellent. That will do for now, computer. Thank you for using me. You're welcome, sweetie bot. And with that, the computer was off for the moment. Ponyville? That would explain the ponies, but the dragon? There must be a wide variety of species here, like that bird-like monstrosity I encountered. I will need to keep a close eye on those ponies, and their little dragon, too. With that, Pyro Z channeled his inner spy and cloaked himself. He would now be invisible until he was bored. Swell! Now to investigate, Pyro Z said with an evil cackle. Random motherfucking field. Freddy was not happy. He never said he was a good parent. The proof is in the pudding. For Pancake's sake, he brought his kids to his line of work every day. And it was not a safe working environment either. But now, they run off, and God knows to where they even were. No one wanted to help look. They just wanted peace. And at that moment, Freddy was looking for his children. Quietly, so he would not disturb the zen place of his fellow employees. Ryback was still sitting idly by the tree. He was surprised how quiet and peaceful this place was. He enjoyed peace, even though he was a juggernaut. Nova and Z were, of all things, playing patty cake with each other. Their minds had certainly not developed. They tried to play quietly, though, so they wouldn't harm the peace freely flowing through the air. Austin Ross was surveying the area. If he had his gun with him, he could practice for WB Fortress. He did have survival instincts, after all. But this damn eye patch was getting on his nerves. He, of course, had his ignorant nephew to blame for it. CM Punk had never drank a drop of alcohol in his life. Right now, he really needed some. He was stuck somewhere that he didn't even know. He just tried to think positive, as he normally did. Marcus Sims was being grumpy as usual. He wondered how CM Punk could be WWE Champion. Marcus knew he was better than Punk at everything, and if given the opportunity, he could easily take his title. Then he realized he didn't even have his own title with him at the moment. This made him pissed, so he started kicking random trees. Ryback got up and glared at Marcus, his peace being destroyed. Sorry, was all the terrified Marcus could say. With that, he sat down and just thought about where he was, which is some fucked up place. Ryback grumbled. What else would Zane and Nathan be doing than watching My Little Pony? With their headphones on, of course. They had a third pair available for Freddy, but they didn't want to ask because they knew he was busy. About what, they didn't know, but they knew it must have been serious. Freddy had had enough. He figured it was too dangerous to go into town, but he ran out of options. He loved his children and didn't want anything bad to happen to them, so he decided he would be journeying off to Ponyville. And now I'm going to have to cuss. My parents are home. Hopefully it's not too loud. What the fuck? Screamed Freddy at the top of his lungs. Everyone stopped what they were doing immediately. Even Zane and Nathan heard it, so they took off their headphones. What the hell's your problem? Asked Marcus, as he was obviously annoyed. Be back later, guys. I gotta go find my kids! But before he could finish his sentence, he heard the all-so-familiar voice of Damien. Dad! Then Freddy saw his sons approach up the mountain. They ran to him. Oh, thank God! Yelled an excited Freddy, hugging his sons as embarrassment fell on their face. Where did you go? Don't ever leave me again! You have no idea how worried I was. Dad! Yelled the kid as loudly as he could. Freddy, shut the fuck up. We found some people who want to see you guys, explained Tate. What, are we famous already? Asked Punk with a smirk. And then they saw it. 6 ponies, 1 dragon, walking intently down to where they were. On sight of Freddy, Nathan, and Zane's jaws dropped in awe. Can it be? Said Zane with an exciting hint in his voice. It is, Nathan said slowly, taking this all in. Hey, look, said Nova. Some animals escaped from the zoo. With that comment, Zane kicked Nova in the nuts. Nova groaned loudly. Z laughed. Steve thinks that is most funny. Dad? Guys? Said Damien. These are... At the same time, Zane and Nathan said it with enough electricity to power the town of Detroit. Excuse me. Which is good, because Detroit is poor and has no electricity to value. The main six! Who? Asked Marcus. No, they're just a bunch of damn ponies. Zane and Nathan shot him a glare. All the main six and Spike could do was stare. There were more of them. Whatever they were, they looked quite odd. In no instant, Zane and Nathan ran right up to the unsuspecting ponies and dragon and stared at them with the creepiest smile ever known to man. Or even dolphin. 'Cause you know, people love staring at dolphins. Yep, said Applejack. Told you they were jumping mutant graham crackers. There we go, there's that phrase again. It's back. Only jumping mutant graham crackers would have looks like that in their face. Please, Applejack. I have to give Twilight a hick voice. Please, Applejack, be nice, said Twilight. Hello, my name is Twilight Sparkle, said Zane and Nathan at the same time. Freddy just chuckled. This was gonna be funny. Said Twilight, not knowing what to think. Yes, and these are my friends. Applejack, Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, Rarity, and Spike! The main six and Spike just stared with their jaws agape. These people didn't look like they were from around here, but they certainly knew who they were. How did you... Twilight tried to ask. Shut up, you two, said Freddy, gesturing to Zane and Nathan. The two pouted. They couldn't believe they were in a Ponyville, in front of their idols. It was by far the greatest day of their lives. It's kind of hard to explain, he said, scratching the back of his neck. Spill the beans, said Rainbow Dash. I'm sorry, you rainbow bitch. I have no beans by me. I'm sorry, that was rude. She was pissed at whoever these people were had shown up instead of Spiper. Sniper. Spiper. Swiper. No spiping. Whatever. Well, what would you like to know? Freddy asked. Everything, said Twilight, not wasting any time to get answered from these freaks. Okay, we're not freaks, so screw you. Oh yeah, I wrote this, so I guess I should screw myself. I'm not flexible enough, so whatever. And so Freddy told them everything. About where they were from, about My Little Pony, about television, about internet, about everything they wanted to know. Even if it scarred them forever. I guess their minds are no longer innocent. Whoa, said Twilight, halting the constant speaking. Did you say you were... humans? Freddy nodded. At this, Twilight got a creepy grin on her face that could rival Zane and Nathan's. Twilight started salivating at the word human. That pony has rabies, yelled Marcus. Kill it before it bites us! This earned him another glare from Zane and Nathan. Marcus just shrugged. I've been waiting for a human to show up here for a week, said Twilight, slowly approaching Freddy. Would you all mind coming to my lab? Everyone just stared at her, except Zane and Nathan, who smiled widely. Do you wish to experiment on us? Asked Nathan. Twilight nodded while grinning evilly. This is the discovery of epic proportions, Twilight explained. Once word gets out that humans are back in Ponyville, and when I tell everyone that I discovered them, I'll be the most sought-after pony in all of Equestria. Twilight then laughed an evil laugh. I take it that humans don't show up here too often, Austin asked. Only a handful. How lucky are you all? Twilight's eyes started to spin. And when my experiments are done, I can make a whole army of humans. I will be the most intelligent pony of all time. Applejack had enough. She mule-kicked Twilight right in the face. Twilight was stunned, but quickly regained her composure. Ouch! Twilight said, rubbing her head. Sorry about that. That was maniacal Twilight. She only shows up once in a while. Everyone just blinked at her. Wait! Rarity said. So, since we have our own television show, does that mean we are famous? You're the most famous ponies in the history of ponies, Nathan Zane said. Somebody catch me, Rarity said, putting a hoof to her head. In a jiffy, Nathan and Zane had the white pony in their arms. I don't mean to sound like a bad apple to you all, but this is just weird. You're telling me, said Punk. Rarity saw the 20 pounds of gold on Punk's shoulders and squealed. That magnificent piece of jewelry! Wherever did you get it? Punk was confused, but... Show off, Marcus growled. May I have it? asked Rarity, begging like a bitch. Punk laughed out loud. Are you serious? Why would I give my title to a fluffy marshmallow like you? Everyone else laughed. Humph, scoffed Rarity. Very well then. I guess I'll have to use charm. Rarity used charm. It's very effective. Rarity smirked and gave Punk the look she always gave colts when she wanted something. May I please have that truly spectacular piece of jewelry on your shoulder? She batted her eyes. Again, all Punk could do was laugh. Rarity used charm. It did not fucking work. Rarity couldn't believe it. That look worked on every pony. I think Freddy forgot to tell you ponies something. On Earth, we do not mingle with our own kind. We do not mingle with ponies. We are involved with our own kind. But I thank you for making me laugh. What? Screamed Rarity. Well, what role do ponies play where you are from? Here comes the funniest part in the chapter. They wallow in their own shit as stupid kids pet the filthy coats. Every pony gasped. They eat carrots all day. They eat the shit that carried the bits of carrots. It's quite entertaining to watch, actually. Marcus smirked at his bold answer. Is this some kind of cruel joke? Said Rainbow Dash, mad at how these people live. Can they talk at least? No, replied Sims. Rainbow Dash grew an angry expression. But apparently here in Ass Backwards Land, they do. How fucking great! Sims crossed his arms. You really should watch your language, Twilight warned. This is a peaceful place, and we don't need your insulting words. Oh! Sims said sarcastically. My apologies, Miss Purple Nurple. Who made you queen of this shit? Let me at him, Twilight, yelled Rainbow Dash. I'll knock him back to Earth. I can't let you do that, Rainbow Dash, Twilight replied, but I have a backup plan. Suddenly, magic tape covered Sims's mouth. He tried to rip it off, but only got zapped by it in the process. Holy shit, she can use magic? Sims thought. Duh, dumbass. Sorry about him, Freddy apologized. He just has a bit of a temper. Every pony nodded. Is there anything else you incredible things would like to know? Zane asked, and Nathan nodded. Ass kisses. Yes, said Twilight. But first, a suggestion. Zane and Nathan fell to their hooves and bowed to their queen. Queen Sparkle, the purple and loony. It fits. Why, anything, Your Majesty, the fanboy said. I understand we are of great importance where you are from, Twilight said. But please, treat us as equals, Twilight smiled. Sorry. Impossible, Nathan said. We love you girls and we treat you as goddesses. Rarity blushed. I say let them. Pony glared at her. What? We have fans, darlings. We should capitalize. Want me to get my rope, Twi? Applejack asked. With that, Zane and Nathan backed off. Never mind, Nathan said with fear. Perhaps another time. Rarity frowned. Well, hey, Pinky said, finally getting in on the conversation. So, what is all your names? Are they cool names? I bet they are, since you're humans and all, and humans seem pretty cool, so I was just wondering. Pinky! Twilight screamed. Let them talk. Pinky nodded silently. Well, Nathan said, my name is Nathan Bogino. This is my friend, Zane Dotson. They both smiled hugely. My name is Freddy Hediger. B.I.T. Freddy smirked. B.I.T. Applejack asked. Brony in training, Freddy answered. Nathan and Zane nodded. What is a brony? Twilight asked. It's just what the fans of My Little Pony are called, Zane answered quickly. I see, Twilight replied. Z believes at birth that his name was announced to be Stephen Viking, but you can call Z Z, Z said, confusing Pinkie Pie. Wow, Z, you should meet our friend Trixie, Rainbow Dash said. She talks in third person, like you. Is she hot? Nova asked. Z facepalmed. Last time Z checked, Z noticed ponies are not hot, Z answered. Except Rarity, Nathan mumbled. Rarity heard and started blushing. Bitch. She's charming at best, Twilight answered and chuckled awkwardly. He's in! Nova answered for Z. See, bro? Told ya I scored ya a knockout. Nova smirked at his accomplishment, even though he hadn't done shit. Thanks? Z answered. My name's Austin Ross, Austin said, waving. Wow, looking awful lot like Demo Man, Applejack said, reminiscing. Is it just because of the fucking eye patch? Wait, Freddy said. You guys know Devilman? Applejack nodded. They just left here last week. Mighty odd bunch of people. Kinda like y'all, but a hoot to hang out around with nonetheless. Whoa, Nova said. Team Red was here? Actually, Twilight said. It was Team Blue, but Team Red came here too, to bring them home. Were they ponies when they came here? Austin said. Yep, Pinky answered. They were awesome. They saved Ponyville like 8 times. Wow, Freddy said, surprised. Can't believe we missed them. Twilight smiled. Well, hopefully the second batch of humans will be more helpful in my quest to learn all I can about the species. I did not get much in the way of knowledge of your kind from Team Blue. She frowned. Z believes you should have been more apprehensive. Yell at them to give them the information you desire. Or you would turn crazy, like you did earlier, and probe them all, Z said boldly. Twilight just stared at him. Z is sorry for giving stupid ideas, he then apologized. I wonder why they were turned ponies, but we weren't, Punk said. Not sure, but I'm sure I can find out, Twilight said, smiling. Anyway, Nova said, my name is James Wilson, but I go by Nova. Got it? Twilight said, I'm pretty sure. Good, Nova said, giving the ponies the stink eye. Y'all are mighty weird, Applejack stated the obvious. Well, if I may, you are all talking ponies, Austin stated. Yeah, Applejack said, but we're used to that. Y'all are just out of this world. Literally, Twilight said. Applejack nodded. My name's Philip Brooks. You can call me CM Punk, Punk said, smirking. Why do y'all have a real name and a nickname? Applejack said, curious. We'll explain later, Punk replied, not answering anything until he could trust these ponies. He's just like the damn little kids. Excuse me, Philip, Rarity said, getting used to the name. Do you mind if I call you CM Gem? That's lame, Rarity suggested, still staring at Punk's title. You want me to pawn this title off? Punk said. Oh, no! That would be a crime against jewelry! Rarity yelled. Punk smirked. These are my children, Freddy said. Damien, Kit, and Tate. Dad, Kit said, why are you telling these ponies all this? Yeah, Tate said. How can we trust them? Trust us, Twilight said. That's just how you do it. Trust us. Works for me. We're the most trustworthy ponies you've ever met. We'll see about that, Damien said. The ponies gulped. What the hell were they going to do? Rape their nose. Their non-existent nose. Boys, Freddy said. Shut up! With that, the free brats sat down and crossed their arms. Pinky giggled. And that grouch over there, Punk said, gesturing to Marcus, is Marcus Sims. All Sims could do was flip Punk off. Hi, Marcus, Pinky said, hopping over. Would you like a cupcake? Then she started to snicker. Oh, I'm sorry. You're a little too shocked at the moment. Pinky busted up laughing, until Marcus grabbed her tail. Pinky yelped, and that was all Ryback needed to come out of the shadows. Ryback grabbed Sims by the throat and pressed him against a tree, slowly forcing the life out of him. What Sims was saying was muffled between the choking and the tape, but Ryback suggested it was his very sincere, I'm sorry, so he put him down roughly. That was awesome! Screamed Rainbow Dash. All Ryback could do was smile under his long black hair. Oh, yes, said Punk. I almost forgot. This is our big homie Ryback. He'll keep Marcus in line if he tries to hurt any of you. Oh, Pinky explained. He didn't hurt me. I was just surprised. As long as Ryback gets to hurt Marcus, he doesn't care, Freddy said while laughing. Y'all seem like an odd bunch, Applejack said, once again stating the obvious. Mind if I get to know y'all a bit? Sure, Austin said. It seems as though Nathan, Zane, and Freddy already know your names. But the rest of us don't watch the show, so could you maybe... Ah, Twilight said. Of course. My name is Twilight Sparkle, Princess Celestia's #1 student. I'm Rainbow Dash, Dash said. That flies fast. God dang it. Fastest flyer in all of Equestria. I'm Rarity, Rarity said, shaking her mane. Fashion designer extraordinaire, Punk snickered. And may I say, Freddy, you have some eloquent hair, Rarity said, noticing Freddy's purple faux hawk. Don't judge the hair. Don't do it. Oh, this? I look like a freaking rooster, Freddy said. Everyone laughed. I think it looks wonderful, Rarity said. Would you mind later if you show me how to get such a hairstyle? Of course, Freddie said enthusiastically. I'm Applejack, Hick said. Proud owner of 1/4 of Sweet Apple Acres. No, I'm not. I don't feel bad for calling her a Hick. Tell him the truth. I'm Pinkie Pie, Pinkie said, jumping up and down. Soon Nathan and Zane joined her in jumping. Everyone else face-palmed. I'm Ponyville's official party planner. We want a party, Nathan and Zane shouted simultaneously. Okay, but it may take a while to plan, so keep your horseshoes on, Pinkie said with a wink. I'm Spike, the baby dragon said. I'm Twilight's, he is my assistant, Twilight answered with a smirk. Since Spike's too dumb to talk. Yeah, Spike said. Whoa, dragons can talk here too? Nova said, amazed. Why, yes, almost all species in Equestria can talk, Twilight answered. Z's jaw has been dropped, Z said. Nova took his hand and punched it back into place. Z yelped in pain. And who are you? Punk said, gesturing at Fluttershy, who hadn't said a word since they got here. Fluttershy, the kind pony said ever so softly. I mean, if that's okay with you, Fluttershy cowered. She's shy, Zane said. No shit, dumb. Nathan nodded. Ryback noticed Fluttershy's shyness and walked over to her. Fluttershy cowered in fear. Hey, big guy. Leave her alone, Rainbow Dash was about to say. Shh, Austin said. He's just being friendly. And it looks like the ever-rare species known as the Rybacchus is slowly trying to get inside the pants of the extremely shy species known as the Fluttershishes. Shit, the Rybacchus has figured out that the Fluttershishes attains no pair of pants. It would appear that the great Rybacchus's plan to be horny has all but failed. Austin was right. All Ryback did was pet Fluttershy's flowing pink mane. Fluttershy instantly felt better, and even gave Ryback a smile. Wow, Fluttershy said, amazed. For someone so big, you are so kind. Probably in bed, too. Ryback just smiled. He then petted all of the other ponies, except he had a bit of trouble with Rainbow Dash. Dash said, embarrassed. That's okay. Ryback just shrugged. Okay, Freddie said. Now we've gotten all that out of the way, let's get to know each other, Freddie smiled. Well, Twilight thought. Where to start? Take off them pants, bitch.